The food list is probably one of the most important sections of this program. Here we have a lot of different categories of food with more than 900 different types of foods that were evaluated based on your unique genetic profile. And if you click on food list, you will see all of these different sections. And if we, for example, try bread and pastry, you will come to this section. And this has a lot of information how you or your body reacts to this kind of food. Taking baguette as an example, again, these numbers are different for you, so based on your genetic profile, these warning signs and so on will be different. But in this example, this person reacts a little bit to baguette with being overweight. So this means that baguette has a moderate risk of increasing this person's body weight. Compared to croissant, this person reacts to this a lot more with his or her body weight. So it would be better if you have the choice between baguette and croissant for your body weight to prefer baguette. So this bar essentially tells you how much this type of food contributes to your being overweight, which also means if you want to lose weight, try to avoid the ones with big bars and try to prefer the ones with smaller bars. Now in this section here you find grams per item, and this is the food item amount. If you have seen the video in the weight section, there I explain what a food item is. So for example, if you have a food item, if you have 15 food items to choose from to lose weight, and you say you want to eat baguettes as one of these food items, one food item would be 50 grams of baguettes. And you could choose 2 food items to be invested in baguettes, and then you would eat 2 times 50 grams, so 100 grams. So these numbers are how much, if you choose to eat this, how much of this type of food you are allowed to eat. So this first section really tells you, does this increase your body weight, or is it okay for you to eat it if you want to lose weight? Now the next section tells you if this type of food is healthy according to your genes. Now in the nutrition section I have explained that we're looking at over 40 different components of food and more than 50 genetic variations that modify how you react to certain foods. So some people might need more calcium, so any type of food that has a lot of calcium will be more healthy for this person, but again it might be less healthy if this type of food also contains arachidonic acid, which might be unhealthy for this person based on his genetic profile. So taking all of these genetic variations into account and all of the different components of good and bad substances that are contained within food, we create an overall recommendation if this type of food is more healthy or more unhealthy for you. And you will find this summary in this table. So for example, baguette has one unhappy smiley face. So this is slightly unhealthy for you based on the genetic variation, while croissant has 6 unhappy faces. So it is a lot more unhealthy than baguette. Again, another reason to prefer baguette rather than croissant if you have the choice. But then again, this type of bread has 5 happy faces, so this is actually healthy. And so you will find that some types of food are very healthy, some are moderately unhealthy, some are very unhealthy, and some are neutral, which you'll be able to see in form of one happy and one unhappy smiley face. So go through this list, find out which types of food you like, check out if they're healthy, unhealthy, or somewhere in between, and try to choose the types of food that, for one, you obviously enjoy, the ones that don't cause you to gain weight, and the ones that are healthy for you. And as you can see, you can't just say bread is unhealthy or healthy. You have to choose. You have to look at every single type, and then decide on if it is overall healthy or not, because it's just so different from one type to another. Then there is a column called caution, and you might not have these warning signs. They are basically focusing on lactose as well as gluten intolerance. If you are potentially genetically intolerant to these, to one of these or both of these substances, then the caution column will give you a warning. This does not mean you're intolerant to this type of food. It means that you potentially might develop an intolerance to one substance that is in this type of food, and you might have digestive problems if you eat this kind of food. So here, for example, you see gluten, the warning in the gluten column, which causes this caution. So be careful, baguette may contain gluten, and this might one day in the future cause digestive problems because you might develop gluten intolerance. So anything that has caution can still be eaten. However, you need to look out, keep an eye on it, and keep it in mind that one day it might cause digestive problems. And if so, then it's time to find out why. And it might be gluten intolerance in this. So the same goes for lactose. You might have the warning for lactose. And then again, you get a caution sign. Then you might have given us some information that you suffer from a nut allergy, for example, and then you might also get a warning sign in the allergy column. And these last 5 columns are just for your information. The grams column shows you what amount a typical portion of this type of food is. So for example, for baguette, one slice of baguette is typically 30 grams. And one food item is 50 grams, so it's almost 2 slices. And this just helps you to find out what would be a usual amount that you would be eating of this. So it's just for your information. And then a typical portion of baguette would have 85 kilocalories, 3 grams of protein, 17 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. So by going through this list, you can really find out what is healthy, what is unhealthy, what contributes to my being overweight, what helps me lose weight, what should I look out for. And this list is incredibly extensive, so you can really check out the potatoes, spices, vegetable components, and so on. And this really gives you the opportunity to find types of foods that you do like, that are not contributing to your being overweight, and that are healthy for you. And this will help you to change your nutrition long term in ways that are not hard for you to stick to, and that are taking your personal strengths and weaknesses based on your genetic profile into account.